Hello, hello. My name is Janelle, and I'm here today to talk about Spearmint, which is the buy one portion of today's buy one, get two free oils. So it's a very exciting way to close out BOGOs for the month of July. Okay, you buy one Spearmint today, you will get a free lemon and a free tangerine. So it's an awesome deal because these oils are so useful. Spearmint is known as the gentle mint, which is great for people who are sensitive. If you think about when you smell peppermint, that very strong menthol aroma. Spearmint has a low menthol content. Sorry, guys. A low menthol content for being in the mint family. So it still has similar health benefits as peppermint, but it's not as strong. This makes spearmint really, really good, not only for people who are very sensitive to scents, but also for kids, like young children and babies. You can use spearmint on. You can get the same health benefits from it. So when we're using mint plants, spearmint specifically, it would be great for opening airways. So if you have a young child who is dealing with respiratory distress and peppermint is just too strong for them, you can actually diffuse spearmint with some citrus oils to help promote the open airways and just a healthy respiratory system. You can actually use spearmint as well to lower body temperature. So peppermint and lime is one of the really good recipes for lowering a high fever. You can apply it down the spine, but if peppermint is too strong, if you're working with a little baby or someone who's too young for that strong peppermint cooling sensation, you can use spearmint in its place. So just using spearmint with some lime diluted down the spine and even the bottoms of the feet of the child is a great way to help lower the body temperature. Now, for a little baby, you would want to use just 1 drop of spearmint in a tablespoon of carrier oil. For smaller children, think like 1-2-year-olds, you can do 1 drop in a teaspoon of carrier oil. And then for adults, you can actually just take 1 to 2 drops in a few drops of carrier oil. You can apply to your tummy for digestive support because spearmint is very good for your digestive system. So it's going to help if you've had a large meal. You can apply it topically to help digest that food. It will help settle any kind of tummy troubles like indigestion. So spearmint is really, really good for that. An awesome thing for any moms out there who are breastfeeding. Some people need to avoid peppermint because it can have the tendency to lower milk supply, but spearmint will not do that. So any breastfeeding mamas out there, you're going to want to use spearmint in place of peppermint until you're done breastfeeding because it will not decrease that milk supply. So you can actually drink spearmint in water as well if you're dealing with indigestion or you just want to support the digestive system after a meal. Put a few drops in your water. It's very refreshing. It kind of has like a smoother, sweeter smell than peppermint. It doesn't have that like harsh, invigorating aroma, but it's still uplifting and energizing in a calmer, smoother kind of way. So spearmint is really, really good for focus. And so this is another thing where you can diffuse this with citrus oils. I know that Rosa talked about lemon and how it's good for focus and clarity, and combining spearmint with that to diffuse. If you've been reading a long time, if you're studying, if you have people doing homework, you can diffuse this combo, add some tangerine in there. And it's a really uplifting scent that will get your mind refreshed and clear so you can keep on reading or studying. So it's great for that. There are some super cool recipes. I'm actually going to post a recipe that I found using spearmint with chocolate chip cookies. Mint and chocolate kind of go together like peanut butter and jelly, right? So you can add spearmint to your brownie recipe. Just do like 2 or 3 drops max, because it is strong, but it will taste wonderful. And then again, I'm going to post the cookie recipe I found that doTERRA had posted on their blog in the past, but I thought spearmint and chocolate chip cookies sounds really cool. And I had like fun ingredients like chia seeds in there. So I think that would be something fun to try. So I love emotional benefits of essential oils. I think just because I know Rosa talked about this too with, I think in her lemon video, that the first part of our body that's impacted when we inhale an essential oil is our emotions. And that's because it's the same part of the brain that processes the sense of smell. It's the same part of the brain that processes our emotions. So spearmint is an amazing oil to support our emotions. It is known as the oil of confident speech. So if you are somebody who struggles speaking your truth, if you find yourself having things to say, but you don't quite have the courage to let that out, you want to use spearmint. This oil is actually good for helping us like release what we need to say without that fear and lack of courage to do so. So applying it topically over your throat, this is your throat chakra point. It's like the energy center for your speech. So you can apply it to the front or the back. You could even take a drop on your thumb and hold it to the roof of your mouth to help kind of open that throat chakra and let what you need to say come out. For those of you who are terrified of public speaking, but that's something you have to do, you're going to want to use spearmint again in the same way. Before you get going in your speech, use some spearmint, and let me see what it says here. So this book is so helpful if you're interested in emotional benefits. This is the Emotions and Essential Oils book. So for spearmint, it inspires clarity of thought and confident verbal expression. I'm stumbling on my words today. Maybe I need some spearmint. Can't wait for mine to come. I don't have it yet. It encourages inner clarity about one's personal convictions and opinions. It then assists individuals in translating that inner clarity into words. So I don't know about you guys, but personally, I've been in the past really quiet when I knew I had things to say, or like my heart was pushing me, urging me to open my mouth. I silenced myself without saying anything. But really, that's a horrible thing, because when your heart is urging you to do something or say something, it's for a reason. And like the world needs to hear our messages and what we have to say. So if you are someone who's holding your heart's message in, please like find a way to get it out, because the world needs people making change right now, So spearmint can help individuals access their inner light and convey that light to the world with clarity and confidence. So I really love that. I think it's a beautiful oil. But, a lot of us still have children at home. If you have children in the age where they're learning to express themselves and they're kind of having a hard time doing that, maybe like temper tantrums or whatever, just not being able to get along with other kids, you'd think like using an essential oil like spearmint would be helpful, because it's going to help them express what they have to say, right? Let me see. I dropped my other page of notes. Hold on one second. You guys, I'm upstairs on a windowsill because my kids are downstairs, so I'm hiding from them right now. I'm sure some of you can relate. But I think that's all that I had to say about spearmint. You know what? It can replace peppermint and eucalyptus for babies, because eucalyptus is another strong one that sometimes people are cautious about using with kids. So again, spearmint can replace those for the respiratory system. I think I got everything. I'm so messy with my notes. I had to write it twice and they're still messy. I also have this cool book from back in the day because I've been using oils for a long time. And this one is not doTERRA specific, but it was before the FDA cracked down on oil companies and what they were allowed to say. We call it compliance. We have to not make any health claims, right? But this book was printed before all that happened. So for spearmint, it says it's historically been used to relieve hiccups. So again, you could do the tap the thumb to the roof of your mouth for hiccups, colic, again, kids and babies, nausea, indigestion, flatulence, headaches, sores, and scabs. So it can be used for that. This oil may balance and increase metabolism. Who doesn't need that? It may help burn up fats and toxins in the bodies. It may aid the glandular, nervous, and respiratory systems. It can help with acne. It stimulates appetite. So if somebody's underweight and needs to eat. Bad breath. So you can put a drop of spearmint on your toothbrush and before you brush your teeth, and just use your toothpaste along with the spearmint on your toothbrush, and that will help alleviate bad breath. So it's good for all kinds of things. Depression, it's uplifting to the mood. Eczema, fevers, headaches, intestines, nausea. So a lot of stomach stuff. Okay, so I think that is all I have today for spearmint. If you haven't seen Rosa and Tony's videos on lemon, which was yesterday, and tangerine, which was earlier today, Tony shared some cool information on tangerine and a great smoothie recipe that I can't wait to try. So I think there's a limit of 5 BOGO purchases per account. So you can get up to 5 spearmints and then get the lemon and tangerines for free. So make sure you do that today. Process your order today. Don't save your cart if you're on LRP. Do not save your cart for another day. Make sure you click process now, because if you process your order tomorrow, you're not going to get the free oils. LRP is the way that we get points back from our purchase. If you're not on LRP, it's the loyalty program. So if you purchase through that loyalty program, you will get a percentage of your purchase back to use as points for free stuff. So make sure if you are ordering your BOGO today, do it as an LRP order, because you will get the shipping points credited back. And if you order more than 1 BOGO, if you get at least 2, you'll get a percentage of your order back. So it has to be 50 PV to get that percentage back. So make sure you process it as an LRP order so you get those points credited. You can earn yourself some free oils. And if you have any questions, let us know. We are here to help. I hope you found some of this information helpful, and we will see you on the next video. Thank you.